All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Texans. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
6-18.
On second down, here's Carr. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Put 5-man box. Now, you ready?
Fournette, a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Deuce right, Chief.
Carr to throw on second down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On play action, it's Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dallas Goedert, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's go. Snickers, you got to spin. Jack 16. Good job, guys. Gotta go. Back.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Snickers. All right, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 4. 22. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Now Brad Wing on to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now out comes Houston. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
637.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Darquan. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jonathan Allen getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. A left side completion to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Darkwa. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Able to shake him off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught. Stills, right side. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team.
Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Texans scoop it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
What's up? 93.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Christian Kirk, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a solid run down inside the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And Green with a catch left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Let's go. Jack 16. Wait a second.
On the run, Darkwa. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Jack 16.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run with Darkwa. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
They didn't need a big play there. They just needed a conversion, but I'm really downplaying it, aren't I? Getting a conversion, picking up a first down, not easy in any aspect. How about that one right there?
Yeah, with the dive, knew where the line to gain was, went soaring past it.
Yeah, that's doing it by any means necessary.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll run again now with Darkwan. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Orleans Darkwan, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And the Texans set to come onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They go play action here on 1st down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. He'll check this one off to Fournette. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Roethlisberger. That's caught by Jackson. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Brad Wing now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
29, 6:37.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jonathan Allen. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Hurry up, let's go!
Ben to throw again. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Jackson now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now it's Roethlisberger. Keeps himself upright. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They begin with a run by Fournette. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it again with Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's a give to Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Houston. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So out come the Bucs now. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Solomon Thomas in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got his man Hilton. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Let's go. Hurry up. Let's go.
Here's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 10 seconds to go. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And Jones has it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like